Welcome back, my friends. Welcome to another awesome part of this course. So this part will be about creating a multiple authentication system. At the moment, we do have the user. So when I logged in as a Rick hotmail.com, and so I logged in as a user and I'm using everything that Laravel provides to us. Now, there is a way how we can change this. I don't want to create rows because um, that is one way of doing this, but I don't want to create rows. And what I would suggest you to do is to have a way how we can register, for example, admins. Look at this user model. So its user model extends authenticatable. So this post model is only extending the model. So this user model is a little bit different than what we have, right? A little bit different than the models we have. Now, we can mimic the same one function, but first, I would like to create admins and I would like to register them as admins and I want them to go to a special part of the application. I don't want to have a roles, and because of that role, I can go to the admin side and I can do this. Now, because I've set this all of this, I can log out. And what I want to do is also, I want to create a separate login. I'm not going to be visible here for the admin. The admin can log in, so we're not going to be able to register admins because we can register or give permission for the admins from our backend and actually from this one. But yeah, so now I can go there and this is accessible now by everyone. Even if I change it to roles, I can still go there. But the thing is that we want this guy here to be accessible only for the admins, not users, not anyone. And also after that, we're gonna create roles, and based on those roles, you can, different type of admins can see different things. So I hope I'm clear. Now, because I'm talking too much, so what we need to do is I'm going to open the CMD, CD, XAMPP, htdocs, Lara, Ulti, Pro, and I'm going to say PHP artisan, make migration. I'm going to use migration here, and I will say create admins table. And I'm going to give it the flag dash dash table, sorry, create, because that will be a new table. And I'm just going to zoom in here because I know that you do have a problems, but it's not about my side, it's about the way your how good speed you have on your internet provider. So what's your download and upload speed and stuff like that. And also the place that I post or host these lectures, they do have their own limits, right? So I want to create admins. So we're gonna wait for a while. This table is actually created and it's in the database migrations, and it should be the last one. Very good. Now here, I would like to add a couple of more things. So I would like to add to make the admins to be same as, I'm just gonna save it, Control P. So create user, here it is. I just wanna create something like this, right? Now I'm just gonna say big increments, and I'm gonna say ID here. Very good. Now the next part, I just want to have table. Also, I want to have string and name. So I'm gonna use the basic, and after that, if we want, we can add more. String email, and this will be what? Unique. I think you guessed it. Unique. Very good. Now, the next table that I would like to do it here is going to be timestamp. Okay, we do have the timestamp, but we don't have a timestamp. We can say email verified at, and I'm going to give it a nullable because you don't have to be this one mandatory there. So table, another one, string, password, very good. And also table, not stable, table, remember token, right? So I have remember token, I have the password, email, verify, add, and this is timestamp, nullable, unique. At least you have one unique here. Now, I'm gonna save this one, I'm gonna close it. What I would do is we can run the migration. What else we have here? Okay, just click enter space, whatever, because it was still jammed there. It was more so PHP artisan migrate, and I just want to see that one. Yeah, okay, we do have some problems here. Sting. Instead of string, I put it somewhere sting, right? Very good. Now you notice. Very good. PHP artisan migrate, the table is migrated. Now let's open Laravel Pro PHP MyAdmin. You shouldn't ignore all my errors, Lara Ulti Pro, and here it is, admins. I do have this table. The structure is a similar or the same as the how to say, as a similar as the users. Now let's fill the admin with using PHP artisan tinker. Now, yep, that's it. Clear. Very good. So I'm going to clear this thing. I'm going to create admin is equal to new app slash admin. Very good. Fatal error because we don't have admin model. Now, before doing this, let's jump back and create this app user. I'm just gonna copy it, paste it there, Control C, Control V, and I'm gonna rename it, and I'm gonna say admin.php. Now in this admin, by the way, we need to change this to admin. Very good. Now I don't have the photo ID, right? Make sure you have this comma at the end, and we don't need the relationship. Everything else pretty much same. Now let's fatal error, app admin is not recognized, and I'm wondering why. Very good. A quick the solution. This is quick solution. Control C, exit goodbye, and do it again. Because yeah, you need to exit it again. Now we are good to go. What else we need to do here is that I want to set the admin name, and that will be admin or administrator. Very good. Admin also should have what? His email, right? In the email should be admin@gmail.com. And what else? Admin password. Okay, this is nice. Admin password. So we are using Tinker. Tinker is the way we can talk with our application, right? Wait. So the password is hash. So we want to make what else? So let's put the password like this. 1, 2, quotes. So the password is hashed. See, beauty of it, it's working. And that's pretty much it. Admin, save. True. Very good. Let's see what's happening. Here it is, administrator admin gmail.com. The password is like that, and that's pretty much it. Now, what else we want to do? So we have an admin there. We create a model admin, which is also very nice. Now we know what to do. So let's find what else we need to do here. I'm just going to close these users because I don't need it anymore. Also this. Now we need to find the auth file. This auth file is actually in a config auth. Now in future, if you see this, if it's not here, so you can just Control P and say auth.php and it will tell you where it is. So it's in config, right? At the moment, this version. So if there is a new version, there is moved somewhere else, which I don't think it's gonna move, but that's how you can find it. So this is option that control default authentication. Here we are having guards, right? There are two separate guards. One is web, the other one is, so what you think the other one? So one is web and the other one is API guards. Here it is. Now, thing is that by default, the guard is equal to web, and that's by default, but we want to change it. Here, you can definitely make it to admins. And maybe this is not, how to say, this is not something that you understand at the moment, but if you change this to admins, you would allow the default guards to be set for admins. And now, because we have the admin model, so what we can do, we can create admins, right? Now, look at here. The admins use WebDriver, and that is for the session, and you can read it here. The session, next you need to find the authentication guard for your application. Of course, a great default configuration has been defined, which uses session storage for Eloquent users provider. The other one is API, which is uses as a driver uses tokens, right? This is how, and you can read it here. Now, here in the guards, actually, we can create, sorry, we can create admins. And that's for that reason. I'm just going to copy one. I'm going to put it here and I'm going to say, okay, I want your new guard to be admin, like this. And the driver should be for the session. So we're going to do with that. And we need to specify providers. Here, the providers are users, but in our case, the provider will be admins, which we haven't specified. So user providers. So all authentication driver has a user provider. So we saying that we are creating admin guard, but we don't have a provider yet, and the provider are there. Now, if you have multiple users table and models, configure multiple sources. This is how we can configure it. So I'm just gonna copy this one here, and I'm gonna say admins. So drivers, I still will be Eloquent model, and yeah, I'm not gonna touch this actually, but here, the model is actually admin, because remember we did create model for the admins. So I'm gonna use that specific model. Now, for the password, there is a resetting the password. So you may specify multiple password reset configuration, which I'm not gonna do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna copy this one. So I'm gonna use same password reset table, but I'm just gonna specify to be for admins. And the provider is provider is admins, and expire 60. So this is 60 minutes. You can change it to whatever you want. And password timeout. Now you can define the timeout. This is in milliseconds. I think it's 3 hours. Here it is. Yeah. Now, I think we have done everything that we need. We specify a guard, and now this guard that we put it here on the top, admin, we need to link it up here in the model. So how we can do that, we can just say protected guard, and that will be not Q guard, and that will be admin, right? So this guard here that we are just put it here. So we have now users guard and admin guard. That's pretty much it, what we want. Now, next thing is, I'm just gonna leave it like this. You can read more about authenticational defaults, right? Now, what we are going to do is need to create an admin controller for this part. So yeah, and after that, we're gonna fix whatever it is to make this our application to allow or to support admins login and redirecting here and stuff like that. So we are doing a multiple user authentication, multiple authentication in Laravel 7. So thank you very much, and I hope you This is not too much hard for you. It's basically, I just create an admin model. We just add a new table here for the admins where we can store our admins. We created one using a thinker, and we created a new guard here for the admins, which will have a driver session in here. If you don't know much about drivers, you can read it here. The other one is API that uses tokens. Now, also we put a new provider that will be for the admin. So the driver will have, so you can use the driver database in table users, but we're going to use Eloquent in our case. And here we put admins. That's pretty much it, what we have done. So the password reset, we'll use the same password reset table, this table here. All right. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I see you in the next one.